Welcome back, everybody, to episode 14 of Planet Zoo. I have not released a video of Planet Zoo in it's been over 10 months. Where's the time gone? I have no words. Last episode, I just rewatched it in preparation of recording this and kind of getting these episodes out. A lot has changed in Planet Zoo. The last episode came out December 2nd, 2020, and a couple DLCs have come out. Aquatic Pack, Southeast Asia, Africa Pack, I think are the three that have come out. And I haven't bought I bought Aquatic Pack, but I have not bought the Southeast Asia or Africa Pack. So that tells you how long I have not played this game. But that's not why we're here. We're here to focus on what I did between episode 13 and episode 14. And from what you guys just saw, those transformation pictures, a lot has changed. And I'm really happy about it. So I want to kind of take a deep dive into it. The interesting thing about this episode is I did not add one animal. But I think... Actually, I added some exhibit animals that I'll show those off. But this, I love this. So again, going off of the story that I've been building for 14 episodes, this was a place, this original barn right here was a family-owned farm that they had like the normal farm stuff, the cows, the horses, the sheep, the goats, and they were able to adopt and create a wildlife habitat or a wildlife sanctuary for like zebras and gemsbok and kind of I think wildebeest was one of the other ones. If you ever have watched the movie We Bought a Zoo, that is kind of where I got this storyline from, and the lore for this. So through over the time, the county that this wildlife sanctuary came in and said, we would like to purchase it for you and turn it into something where we can bring guests in and kind of showcase that. That happened episode 8. Them bringing in this money, and then this was kind of the county or the state or whoever came in and said, we need some official things here. So the first thing, I went and expanded the parking lot over here, made it a little bigger, and I showed one picture of that and kind of redid. I didn't even show a picture of this because I took those pictures from episode's 13 save game file. And then I came in to take the after pictures afterwards, and then I'm recording this kind of like montage shortly after. Anyway, to stop rambling, I didn't even realize that we went and paved this back lot, which makes sense that they would have done this. And then they removed this road right here and basically turned this into its own little backstage. And then made that parking lot bigger. But and then we put the ticket booths right here, tucked away, out of sight, out of mind, because this would be something that most people have a yearly or an annual pass to, or like field trips or stuff. So this building is set for like the administrative building. I really like this. This is 100% custom. The only pieces that are not custom, as you can kind of see, there's a couple pieces up here and then the stone wall. All the rest of this, let's see if I can go in here, is custom. So like all the rafters, everything in this building is custom, which I really like. And then I downloaded this like Office, but you can see no interior, didn't really mind it. And then the other building is going to be like your basic food court, and I would picture this is where like field trips would have like their lunches, is kind of what my thought is. But again, all of these beams, very custom. And then this is like your gift shop. Although there's no cash register in here. But yeah, that's your gift shop for your kind of like main entrance. And then I went and put in this really nice fountain. This was going to have, when I did this, Tivoli Zoo just put something very similar to this, and I was trying to copy that. Obviously, the name of the zoo is not up here. That's fine. And then the other thing, I went and put this path in as like, this would have now been not so much out in the middle of nowhere, but things would have be building up or being built around it. So like there's a pretty nice path. I remember building this because I built a lot of this when I worked from home, and just kind of like through my spare time. And I remember building this episode very specifically, and this right here was very hard to do. So this basically was the old path expanded by 2 meters. So I had to kind of redo everything. The rock work, I had to take out the water, these custom fences, just like all of the shebang. The one small detail I remember, because this is when I started getting into small details, is this, like, you can kind of see concrete. This is where you would roll the cage down to close the gate to no longer allow guests into your zoo. This is the gate, but it's very like subtle, and I like that. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and cut it here, and we're gonna do a little bit more of like a cinematic view of the other side of the river, and then we'll see on that other side. Well, anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I've really missed Planet Zoo, and this has really wanted me to get back into it. So we'll see how this goes, and let's go ahead and jump, and I'll roll a cinematic, and then we'll come back on the other side. Alright guys, so this area was, I wanted it to be more of a food court comparative to what originally was here of individual buildings that represented different, just like different things. So if you remember, I had Keegan's Kitchen that had like the taco place in it. I had Golden's fruit stand right here, and you can, if you remember back to the pictures at the beginning of the episode, you'll remember these. And then Cassidy's Corner was right here, and then we had this like really cool fancy old-time New England style church, and then we had Fancy Fridays clothing, and then we had like the hot dog stand over here. Anyway, I didn't like that. And if you want to go with the story of it, is when they're designing this zoo, they needed something that would produce more, or like a central place that people could come and buy food in the middle of the zoo. And so that's exactly what they got here. So we got Gulpy and Chief Beef and Pipshot over here. And then in this corner, let's see if I remember how to put the controls. This is like the actual gift shop within the zoo. Love these models, by the way. Description down below of where I got these. Just off the planet, or the workshop. So there's a little gift shop, and then like there's staff rooms and bathrooms back in these buildings. But I love the detail of this. One thing I want to show is the atmosphere. This feels really cool. I love the globe lights along the top here. I love the small details of the air conditioning units. Let's go ahead and bring it back over here. This right here, from what there's like experiences that I wanted to have within the zoo, and this is where you would buy them. So like for instance, you could go feed a giraffe. There's the different experiences you could sign up for and pay. I have a plan of doing a safari, and you would buy those tickets here. So if I come around here to this side, I wanted there to be an education center, and that is what this building is. So if I look in here, there's like the veterinarian clinic that people could come and watch them operate or take care of the animals. They have a research center that would show that, like them researching on it. And here's those exhibit animals. To be quite honest, I have a diamondback, a titan beetle, and an iguana in here. And then this, I do not remember, but there's a YouTuber out there that did this, and I thought, I need that. Or it's like a building that was on the workshop, because I was looking for like just, I'm going to throw something in. Actually, I might have it here. Blueprints, workshop, this building is where I got that from. And this massive thing, like whale species, is just hung from the ceiling. But like these, like you can kind of see there's plaques, or what would be like a plaque, and these are all specific type of plants. Like these are maybe, oh, these are the African plants, so all the African plants. And then there's like the different animals that you can find in the zoo, different conservation information boards, and then there's just ginormous wall of glass. But I wanted that to be, or like you could come, here's a photo op of taking your picture in front of the bear. Like I just wanted things that as an education, field trips could be brought in there, and they could be explaining them just about the zoo and kind of like how, and like a field trip would do. You remember going to the field trip, or like the zoo on a field trip? So anyway, that is kind of what this episode was redoing redoing this area, and really just focusing on connecting it with what we did in episode 13 over here, and tying it into something. This zoo probably has a little bit more money, and they would be able to change this area. Like this would take like 2 seasons, and then this whole area would have been built. So that is where we are with episode 14. Alright, and now we're looking kind of the other direction, and I want to talk about where we're going, because I'm going to release episode 15 and 16. I talked about this in my mini motorway episode that came out last week. And my plan is to get all of these episodes that I have built out for you guys, because they've just been sitting in my save games. I need to get them out for my channel to show. Episode 15, I'm going to take away from, this is not something that the county did. Again, that story, the lore, this is something that would have just been built. Maybe like there would have been fields. I'm doing something with my hand because I like to talk with my hands. But like here probably didn't exist. In the grand scheme of things, there would have been Gemsbach and maybe like horses and stuff like that. but this would have not existed. It's just too high budget for like a family. So what my next episode is, I'm basically ripping everything out from this path over. Completely ripping it out. I think the barn might be there, but I don't remember. And I redo it. I redo this entire area, new Africa area, and I really like how this turned out. I feel like this is more of what a zoo would be, because this is just not a zoo feel to me. The ape house is gone, just because I have a lot of problems with them. All of these notifications over here are from the ape house. But I completely redo it. So come back, episode 15, being released on my channel in 2 weeks. Come back and see what I did with episode 15. Episode 16, a little bit of a teaser, is this area right here. And that is where we get up to the aquatic pack and where we currently are with it. So come back 2 weeks to see Africa, 4 weeks to see the aquatic pack, and we'll see where we get to from there. Anyway, guys, thank you. I'm going to go ahead and put this zoom out here for a minute. Thank you guys so much for all of the support. I recognize, and it means so much for any kind of view. I'm not just here for views and comments and likes, but I do appreciate them. So leave a like down below and a comment if you have any suggestions on what we might be able to do with the Southeast Asia pack and Africa pack, especially after next week's episode with that Africa pack. Anyway, thank you guys. See ya.